Hey guys, it's Jack. Welcome back to the arcade. Let's get back to just another game, The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. And after a little bit of research and a little bit of game facts, I've actually resolved my confusion about Horseshoe Island. See, I thought that the platforms were inside Horseshoe Island, but no. It's talking about platforms that are basically bokoblin platforms on the outside. So let's head straight there and sail around and try to find them, because we need to conquer more bokoblin platforms, and apparently there's a couple of switches there. Once we hit the switches, we get some treasure, one of which is the chart. So let's go do that, because we only have 2 more left to get, which is kind of amazing to me. This game, overall, I anticipated going longer than it really has, and I know that we're not in the final dungeon, and I know that, you know, this is part, what, 67? That's a pretty long LP, especially for me. Most of my LPs don't go past 50 or so. But it just feels like we've gotten through this quickly. I don't know, maybe I had a tighter focus than I anticipated having. Like, when I sit down on an episode, you know, I have a purpose I'm going to accomplish, and with very few exceptions, we've generally accomplished that purpose, either in that episode or, you know, very early into the next one. But I just thought this is gonna be, like, honestly, a 90-part LP. I don't know why I thought it was gonna be that much, but I just kinda did. Alright, there's one switch. That makes a chest appear over there. There's another switch on the other side that will make a chest appear over here. So no matter what, you pretty much have to visit one platform twice. That's kind of irritating. But I've got to start thinking about what my next LP is going to be, and it's got to be something that's going to complement Fire Emblem, because Fire Emblem, I promise you, is going to be around for a long, long time. I'm barely 12 hours into the first campaign, and I've got coworkers that have dumped 130 hours into it already, and I'm sitting here like, holy god. A, I'm amazed that the game is good enough where they have already spent that much time on it since release. B, that might be the longest LP I've ever had if I do, you know, all 3 campaigns, which I am considering. I don't know if I'm going to do it all at once. You know, I might take a break, but that's kind of why I... Yeah, Golden Feathers, got it. That's kind of why I was hesitant. If I was going to do any strategy RPG, it was going to be Fire Emblem, because strategy RPGs kind of can all be about that long and about that in depth. But Three Houses, at least that's what I was thinking at the time, Three Houses may be even more dense of a game than I thought it was going to be. I'm enjoying it, don't get me wrong. You got a trust chart! Blah blah blah! 42 or 43, who cares? We're going for the next one. Don't get me wrong, I am absolutely loving Fire Emblem, but I also know that I'm going to have October coming, and that's something I've got to prepare for. I have the Return of Dark Souls to do as well, and you know, if Fire Emblem's going to be around for a while, then I've got to start picking games that will also complement those 2 events, because Dark Souls is still going on. We are almost ready to sit down and start recording that again. I know there are people who have been waiting months for it. I wish I could tell you what's been going on, but honestly, it's not my story to tell. So I can't. Just rest assured that there is good reason. I'm in the wrong place. There is good reason it has taken this long. And if Eric wants to talk about it, that's up to him. I think some of you know that it started with a medical issue. That went fine. You know, that was the first break. His surgery went great. He recovered fine. It's just a bunch of stuff that happened since then that's also kept us from being able to record. And it's really no fault of his own. I mean, this is just what happens when you have co-op Let's Plays. And I wanted to go to Starbelt Archipelago, not Five Eye Reef. And I got those mixed up. That's why I came up here. There are more platforms that we need to conquer, and that will give us our final chart. But, you know, Erica said that he's ready to start recording again. We just need to pick a time and a place to do it. So that's all that's really holding us back. Right now, you know, we also have PAX coming up, which I'm going to be at. So it might not happen until mid-September is my conservative estimate at the moment. My very conservative estimate. But we definitely are both wanting to get back into it as soon as we can. Especially before the holidays. Alright, is this the platform that I am interested in? It is way to the east. Boat Daddy's gonna yell at me. Alright, here we go. Hopefully this is the last one. And then we could go actually start hunting these things down. Hopefully I can identify all of these treasures. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get all 7 in this episode. We're gonna get as many as we can. Yep, there's the chart. I can see the chest. It's spiky and beautiful. Get out of here and let me have your treasure. Mine. Oops. Mine. You got the last treasure chart. Open the chart on the map screen and the place where treasure lies will be lit up. Sail to that area and then use the chart to find the treasure. I'll do just that. That is all 49 treasure charts. I have no idea where that is. What even is that? That's a big island at least. And then that's a triangle island. Alright. So how do we want to start doing this? Triforce Chart 3. That is a fairy island. I think it's Western Fairy Island? No, Eastern. Eastern Fairy Island. That might be close. Eastern Fairy Island is a myth. It does not it's right there. Okay, it's only 2 across. Then what was the triangle island we had? What side was that on? A southern triangle island? Alright, so Eastern Fairy Island we're definitely going to. Triangle Islands. Yeah, Southern Triangle Island. Alright. Let's get started. Also, my other computer just went to sleep. I love having 2 computers, by the way. It's so nice to be able to record and render on one computer and be able to play video games on the other. The only problem I have with it... I'm gonna have to get this fixed. I might get this fixed around PAX, because I've got a few days off to recover. The only thing that's really wrong with it is the front USB panel is dead. And I took a look at the USB header, and the 2 pins that actually provide power to a USB 3 and are the only 2 pins that are really absolutely crucial for it to work are broken. So I've got to take it to the shop and have them solder in a couple of new pins. That's all it really is. I don't have the tools to do it myself. It's just kind of funny that I pulled up the cable and I looked at it and like, huh, one of these pins is bent and the other two are missing. That's probably why it does not work. But even after I got some tweezers, I bent the pin back into place. That's when I really realized that there's nothing I was going to be able to do to make that front panel work. Which is kind of bad, and I do need to get it fixed because I'm going to be using a lot of USB slots. I need to hook in my audio DAC, my digital audio converter. I need to hook in my Stream Deck. I need to hook in my capture card, my keyboard, my mouse. And you know, that's already basically filling the back panel. So I need the front panel to work so I can do things like storage. So I can archive my videos without having to swap around all the time. You got a silver rupee! It's a waste. That's all it needs to be said. You got a silver rupee! It went to waste. Okay, I need to sell a little bit more south, but otherwise this is a pretty good direction. What time we got? We got 12 minutes. That's enough to salvage at least half of these, right? But it's a beautiful computer. It's iBuyPower. It's an i9-9900, which is an 8-core beast of a processor. It's not the most current generation, but it's damn good. An RTX 2070, which I really am looking forward to trying to see exactly how hard I can tax that. It's got 12 gigs of RAM. It's got shiny lights. I get to control the lights with a remote. And it's one of these computers is going to be my dedicated stream recording rendering box. I want the desktop to to at least be the streaming box. I feel like it's best suited for that. The problem with also making it a recording rendering box is because then I can't use it to play games. I do want to use it to play games because it's pretty and it makes me happy on the inside. So I'm kind of thinking like testing it out and seeing if I can actually play games and render videos and see exactly how much that taxes the system. I don't think it'll tax it very much. To be perfectly honest, where the hell is Triangle Island? There it is. To be perfectly honest, my laptop can do it. So I don't see a reason why the desktop couldn't, because my laptop is 3 years old and can still play top-of-the-line games and do all my recording rendering needs. It just slows it completely down when I do it at the same time, which is why I got this other computer. You got an orange rupee! More wasted money! Cool. Let's get out of here before I die. Alright. That's 2 charts down. Let's take a look at what we got left. 43. I don't know what that shape is. Is that... It's a big island. That's one of the biggest islands. Is that Dragon Roost? No, that's very much not Dragon Roost. It's not Forest Haven. It's not really that. They don't really rotate the islands. It's supposed to maintain the same orientation. Is it? It is Outset. Okay, alright. Cool. Alright, we'll go to Outset. It's just a weird part of Outset, apparently. let's see what we got here. It is probably on the eastern side. Yeah, there it is. Let's go. So with Wind Waker wrapping up really quickly, I actually anticipate returning to Hyrule probably in the next episode. Probably tomorrow's episode is going to be returning to Hyrule, and after that it's just straight to Ganon's Tower. I've got to really think about what you guys want to see next. To be perfectly honest, I got more out of Wind Waker's LP than I actually anticipated. Is that Headstone Island? Yes. You guys really fell in love with this LP, to be perfectly honest. I knew I wanted to do it, I knew I was gonna have a lot of fun with it, but it's attracted a lot more attention. At this point I want to say I've got like at least 10 viewers that seem to have come specifically for Wind Waker. And now I'm thinking like, okay, so what game do you guys want to see next? What game is going to generate this kind of a response? Because I know long LPs like Fire Emblem can be kind of niche, and so I want to put something out there that everyone can enjoy. And I'm sitting here like, do I want to do another Zelda game? What do I want to do? I've got a couple of ideas. I'm going to try to pick ones that aren't too niche and you guys might enjoy. But I've been super stoked to see the response that this LP has gotten. It's literally floored me. And I appreciate it more than you guys could possibly know. Most of these are going to be money that's going to completely to waste. In fact, all of them are going to be money that's going to... Well, no, some of them are going to be charts. Some of them are going to be the master charts. The ones we got from the reefs are going to be the master charts, but everything else is just going to be money that we don't need. But yeah, it's the reception of this LP, I cannot state, has been absolutely phenomenal. I cannot praise it enough. I really appreciate you guys. It really makes me excited for the future to see that you guys are so excited with what I put out. Because when I started this channel, I was like, I'll go for a year, I'll see how I enjoy it. And I enjoyed it for the first year. I'm like, okay, well, we'll just see how long I continue to enjoy it. You know, I'll go a second year, and we'll see how I feel then. But now it's kind of changed away from seeing how much I enjoy it to going, okay, let's see how excited I can make you guys to continue enjoying it, right? That's kind of been my very subtle but very significant viewpoint shift. And that's kind of why I've been investing so much in all this equipment. That's why I've got this second computer. I want you guys to have like the best possible content that I can put out, and I'm constantly learning. This is definitely a learning experience. But I know I've improved as an LPer. I can go back and I can listen to some of my first LPs, and I was a lot more hesitant. I was struggling more to come up with content, things to talk about. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. I want to go to the boating course. Yes, I did secretly pull up a guide while I was talking. Basically now, when I sit down to do an LP, I just sit down and I move straight into conversation mode, and it's not even a conscious decision. I don't sit here and plan out, for the most part, what I'm going to say. I have a few ideas of things that I want to talk about, but it's not something like I don't have a script. God knows, if I had a script, I would not stumble over my words as often when I get excited or when I'm on an adrenaline rush. But when I was starting out, I was like, okay, what do I talk about? And that's kind of why I did RPGs, because voicing characters gave me more time to think about what I actually wanted to say for battles and stuff. And that's why I kind of put off doing open world games or strategy RPGs for the time being when I started out, just because I needed that time to be able to read and think and be able to come up with stuff. You got the Sea Hearts chart. Now you know where charts showing piece of heart locations are hidden. Open the chart on the map screen and view it. You know, I needed time to think about what I wanted to talk about or come up with stuff to improv. So this chart, go ahead and pull this up. This is what I call one of the master charts. Click, 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 click. Great Fairy Island Sea Hearts. So there you go. If you wanted to know where the pieces of hearts are located, you might want to get this chart a lot earlier than I did. But that tells you where you can find charts that lead you to the pieces of heart. So just like the islands, but clearly not something we need. So what are we going after next? Now, I'm not going to say that I always think my commentary is great. In fact, a lot of the time, I kind of think I just ramble. And I kind of have a short memory span for what I talk about because I'm concentrating on playing the video game. So a lot of times, like, what did I talk about in this episode? Did I really talk about that? I'll be there, like, editing, like, did I actually talk about that? I don't remember doing it. Or sometimes I'll go through it editing like, God, my commentary was terrible this episode. Or no, I'll be after a recording like, God, my commentary was terrible this episode. I really need to think about fixing it. And then I go in editing and like, no, this is actually really decent. I don't need to do anything with this. Alright, Spectacle Island is our next target. We'll go to Tingle Island and sail north. But yeah, I'm like, I don't actually need to do anything with this. I didn't ramble and I stayed focused and I had some good points and it's fine. Everything's fine. You have a bad habit of really doubting yourself when you don't need to, and I am particularly bad about that. And one thing that I really appreciate about LPing and putting out content for you guys, it's really given me a lot of confidence. I don't know if that's always coming through in my channel, but I've got a lot more confidence in life. I'm a lot more confident just to talk to strangers and strike up random conversations. I don't always do it, but I don't always feel like I have to be shy and withdraw either, because you guys are random strangers that I'm striking up a conversation with, right? I can do it for you guys, I can do it in person. And you guys seem to enjoy my random conversations, and your go away. I am busy. Overboard I go. I'm never gonna not do that. Alright, I think Spectacle Island is gonna be our last one. And then we're gonna call it an episode. It's actually over there. And then, like I said, next time we just need to scoop up the remaining treasures and head for Hyrule. So, this is definitely coming to a close. I don't know how long Ganon's Tower is gonna take. I'd maybe say like generously 4 or 5 episodes. That seems to be what most dungeons take. And Ganon might be a little bit more involved, but almost done. And I'm actually kind of sad. I wish there were more of this. You got a silver rupee. I don't like the Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks as much as I like. Wow, we only have 2 treasures, really? As much as I like Wind Waker, but God, I wish they would do another sequel like Wind Waker. I know that's what Fire Emblem, or Fire Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass were supposed to be, but they just did not seem to capture the same sort of spirit to me. Maybe it's because they were mobile, maybe it was because they were a different art style, who knows. But we only have 2 charts left to salvage. If I could find them, that'd be great. see what we have. 7, 8, 9, 10. Wish there was a way to sort these. Alright, so we need 13. And I think 20 something? 21. Those are our last 2 treasures. So, that's what we're going to start with next time. And I'll see you then. Thanks for coming out and watching today. As always, I much appreciate it. I don't think I could say that enough. I'm pretty sure you guys already understand that, but it always bears repeating. If you enjoyed what you saw, make sure you let me know by leaving me that thumbs up down below. If you're new to the channel and you want to watch Wind Waker, subscribe, because it's coming to Ganon. And I upload it every weekday. And if you have any hints, tips, tricks, or comments, leave one. Thanks for watching, and you guys have a great day. Later.